Hello everyone. So in this session, in this video, in this podcast, let us go through some of the updates, recent updates from the Atlassian ecosystem. And this week I have really interesting updates because I was following these topics. And the first update is about the Atlassian community. Now, Atlassian community, if you don't know, is a place where you can go and you can learn about, of course, Atlassian tools. You can go to Atlassian community to ask questions. You can go to Atlassian community to answer questions. You can also, just be a silent watcher. But it's a nice place. It's a good community where people normally ask questions. Now, we all know that there is a program. If you join the Atlassian community and if you contribute, you get some points, and you can also apply for a community leader. So I believe Atlassian has been trying really hard to make sure that people contribute, and when they contribute, they also get some benefits. So if you are if you're new to Atlassian, if you're new to Jira, if you're trying to learn, if you are looking for a job, then Atlassian community will help you. Now there is something called as this new thing called Rising Star Bootcamp, and I believe if you join this program, you will basically come to know how to contribute on the community. And especially if you are new to Atlassian ecosystem, I think this will help. This can help. I mean, it really depends on the time that you want to spend, especially if you're working for a partner and if they can sponsor your time, or if you're working for a company and if they can sponsor your time, then I think it is definitely useful. But if you are on your own, then I think based on your availability, you can contribute. And I think if you have a community leader badge, if you're contributing, then people will come to know about you. And especially if you want to, and if you know for sure that you want to build your career, I think this can definitely help. So do take a look. Just go to this link, and of course don't worry about the link. I will share the link in the description. The next update is about the asset management. So recently I went to one of the event, and a couple of people actually asked me about my opinion on asset management. Now I come from, of course, Jira data center background where I am used to Insight. I have done some, not really a lot, I've done some work on Insight discovery with the agents. So it is not the same on Jira Cloud. If you are on Jira Service Management Premium, then you can definitely start using assets. Now, if you want to learn more about the capability of assets, and if you are looking for a use case, maybe you are just curious about how other companies are using asset management, then definitely this webinar will help. This is happening on 27th of August, which is basically in a couple of weeks from now, maybe next week, I believe. So you can join and you can learn about it a bit more. And this is not really, like there is no RSVP. So just sign up, and if you sign up, I believe you will also receive a recording. So I find these kind of sessions useful because you don't have to book your time. You can just sign up and wait for the recording link, and then you can watch the recording whenever you have time. Of course, watch the recording. Don't really wait for 6 months because you want to stay up to date. So I think it is definitely worth signing up for this webinar. So asset management is, of course, there in Jira Service Management. It is not like ServiceNow, to be honest, but I think it is getting better. I think Atlassian is doing some work in this area, so I think it is worth joining the event. So you might learn a thing or two about asset management in Jira Service Management. The next update is really interesting. I was not expecting this update. So there is something called as a workflow builder agent. Now we all know about workflows in Jira, right? Now when you configure workflows, of course, with some experience, with some training, with some usage, you will understand how workflows really work. And workflows, I believe, are one of the most powerful thing in Jira. So when you want to configure workflows, and especially if you are not massively comfortable creating workflows from scratch, I think this new agent, this workflow builder agent, will help. I think it will help. So recently I tried using Rovo to create a new automation rule, because automation rule itself is not difficult. It's more about using smart values. So I just told the Rovo agent, like, create this rule for me with these things, and it worked. It was not perfect, but it worked. And I think similar thing can happen. So if you're new to Jira admin, I don't recommend you to stop learning Jira or stop worrying about workflows. I think you should definitely learn about it, but these agents can solve your time. And I think one use case could be that you can maybe, I mean, I'm just thinking it might happen. Maybe you can just use this to create a text version of your workflow. So this is something that I believe can happen, because you have this simple text-based description of your workflow, which you can, of course, input. But I hope maybe in future, maybe it is already there, you can do the reverse. Maybe you can export it to a simple language, which you can paste somewhere. Maybe you can share it with your stakeholders, your product managers, like a simple English-based description of your workflow in a natural language. And you can see here that you can do things like you can, of course, create and edit statuses, transitions. You can update issue fields. I believe you can do post functions. You can also add validators and conditions, I believe. So this is interesting. I don't really think it is there for everyone. Maybe it is there for everyone. I haven't tried it yet, but I will. And I was looking at the comments, and these comments are interesting, because someone is asking whether this will help me to describe my workflow. Someone is saying that I'm not able to find this workflow builder agent, and so on. So sometimes when you read the comments, you also learn a lot. So this is interesting. I'm quite happy with this update. Okay, moving on. So there is a new event which is on Rovo. I think Atlassian is doing a lot. I think they have some internal campaign where everyone in the marketing team is focused on Rovo, just like they were focused on Jira product discovery last year. Now they are quiet, but this year they are, I think, focused on Rovo. And this virtual event is happening on 21st, so in few days from now. It is about JSM and Jira product discovery. So I think you should definitely attend. Problem with these events is that you have to basically book your time. So it is not like a webinar where you can just sign up and receive a recording. So you have to attend this event. So yeah, I think this is interesting, and because it is all online. So I think this is from AppVisio. I think I know Kate. Maybe I met her in one of the event in London. Yeah, I think I did. I think they have built some, or they had built some apps. Okay, so yeah, this is interesting. The next update is basically the blog of the week. Now, every week we talk about some interesting topics. Now, recently we wrote a blog post, and we also made a video, by the way, where I talked about not doing ad hoc support. Now, when you're working with your users, when you're working for a client, you might be tempted. It must be tempting for you to just do the work without any ticket. So I always say that you should have a process around Jira. Ask and motivate users to reach out to you, but for any change in Jira, there should be a ticket, because when there is a ticket, then you can, of course, analyze it. You can assign it to someone. You can review it. You can get the approvals, and there is a history. Most importantly, there is a history. Ad hoc work will only work when you're doing something on a very short timelines. But for a typical Jira support, Jira changes, there should be a ticket. There should be a process, right? So don't do ad hoc support. You might think that you're a nice guy, but you're not. You're basically spoiling your users, and you're basically doing harm for your company. And the last update I have is the video of the week, which is about
So in this video,
the issue types. So I made a video here in which I'm talking about avoiding too many issue types in Jira, because when you have too many issue types in Jira, it can cause confusion, and it is of course not really ideal. So you should definitely optimize the usage of your issue types, and it is okay to create new issue types, but always think twice and thrice before creating a new one, because in most cases you can just create a custom field called category or a type of work and use task or story. So I thought I'll probably share this because you might want to learn a bit more about it. And yeah, that is it this week. I know, short updates, but I hope these updates will help you. And you can of course watch this video on YouTube. You can listen to this podcast on YouTube. You can also listen to this podcast on Spotify. We also have a website where all the updates and the links you will find here handy. But we also have a newsletter. So if you go to ravisagar.in/newsletter, you can actually get these updates by email. Okay, so that is it. That is all I wanted to talk about in this video, in this session. I hope you enjoyed watching this and listening to this session, but you also learned something new today. Thank you very much.